Hi everyone, today is problem of the day, day 6 for Mrs. Crowe. So for number 1, all you need to do is multiply your fractions straight across. So I'll multiply the numerators and then multiply the denominators. 1 times 4 is 4. 6 times 5 is 30. And then remember, we can't leave it like this. It needs to be simplified. So I think, what can I divide the top and the bottom both by, or the numerator and the denominator can both be divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 30 divided by 2 is 15. Good job. All right, number 2, 3 1/3 plus 1 1/4. Remember, we can't add fractions with unlike denominators. So I'd like to write the problems like this. And then we can change the denominator so that they're the same. So 3 and 4 have the least common multiple. Remember how we found multiples? What can 3 and 4 both go into equally? And the smallest would be 12. Because 3 times 4 is 12. So whatever I multiply by on the bottom, I need to multiply on the top. 1 times 4 is 4. Same thing here. 4 times what number gives me 12? And that would be 3. 4 times 3 is 12. I multiplied by 3 on the top. 1 times 3 is 3. And now I can add. I add my whole numbers. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 3, I add my numerators. 4 plus 3 is 7. And my denominator stays at 12. And I cannot simplify 7/12. It's in its simplest form. As we move down, oh, that's fun. Let's erase that. And if you missed it, you'll just have to pause the video and go back. And pick a different color and we'll move down a little bit. And now we're on number 3. So there's not a lot of room for this here, but I'll do the best I can. 8 2/3 plus 6 1/5. Once again, we can't add until we change the denominators to make them the same. So I write this up and down. And I think, what is the least common multiple of 3 and 5? And I think, the smallest number that we can multiply would be 15. So what did I multiply 3 by to get 15? And that would be 5. So then I have to multiply by 5 on the top. 2 times 5 is 10. And then how did I get from 5 to 15? I have to multiply by 3. So if I multiply by 3 on the top, I get 3. Let's add the whole numbers. 8 plus 6 is 14. Add the numerators. 10 plus 3 is 13. And I keep the denominator as a 15. And I think, can I simplify 13/15? And the answer to that is no. So this problem is done. Move down a little bit more. This last problem that Mrs. Crowe gave you was quite tricky. We had to divide, and we were using money. So we had $38.25. And then we were dividing by 25. The first thing I need to do is make this a fraction. So I know 38 is my whole number, and I could make this 25 over 100 because 25 is in the 100th place, and the bottom number would be 100. But that's an awful big fraction, so I could make it 25 over 100. But if I simplified that, and I divide it by 25, because this reminds me of money, I would get 1/4. And this reminds me of money because it's 4 quarters equal $1, or 25 times 4 is 100. This is a more simple fraction, so I want to use this one. And then I have to divide still by 25. Let me move my paper up. All right. Now I need to make this into a mixed number. Not mixed number, into an improper fraction. It is a mixed number. I need to change a mixed number to an improper fraction. 4 times 38. I don't know that in my head, so I'm going to have to do it over here. Four times 8 is 32. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. So I keep 152 in my head. I add one more, 153. And the denominator stays a 4. Now remember, I need to flip this. This is really this number. But to divide, I need to flip the second factor and make it so I can multiply. Oops. So, all right. So it'll be 1 over 25. Now when I multiply straight across, I'll get 153 times 1 is 153. And then 4 times 25 is 100. All right, I'm going to leave you at that. Remember, you can't leave it like this. You'll need to drop it into the house. So you have to do something like this. And once you get this answer, you can post. All right, good luck, everybody.